So speaking of fun robots, can you show us your fun robot?
Let's see if the battery died. Oh no! It died probably just a minute ago. I can see the light barely. This is my robot SkoBot, and it's an indigenous language learning robot. It senses motion through a PIR sensor, and it plays a pre-recorded track, as well as it syncs with lights, so that when it turns on and it's sensing motion and stuff, it's responding with lights and being approached. We also have an artificial intelligence version that we're developing right now with students, and that's been really exciting. But the premise behind the robot is that it's wearable with the GoPro strap right here. I'll put it on in a second. But the goal is for students to be able to customize robots to reflect our cultures and communities, to take it home with their family to learn our languages, and to learn how to wire robots, learn how to solder, 3D print, all those types of things, kind of all wrapped up in one. It costs only $100 to make one of these, and we've made over 150 now. But in total, I've sent out over 8,000 free robots.
Dang.
It's a lot of robots. Oh,
that's a lot of robots.
But this one right here is really fancy. It's wearing some beaded earrings. I'm wearing some fancy birch bark earrings today with wood burning. It's kind of hard to see. There's also florals on the robot, and these are Ojibwe woodland florals. So basically flowers, and like this here is a heartberry. You'll find that in our communities as well. And this is 3D printed out of recycled plastic. It's got a little face. It may look like a minion. It was not inspired by a minion, but it low-key looks like one, which haunts me a little. But I choose to
think
ignore
about it until you said it. But now I can see it. But I don't know.
I should sponsor me.
The one eye, right? I like the one eye, like kind of it's the one eyeball / face. It's very different from minions, which I feel like have like a definite sort of more human face, right? Human.
They have, like a goggle type vibe.
Yeah.
I'm putting on the strap right now. So this is actually just a typical like off-brand GoPro strap, and you can stick it on your shoulder. I made a mount that attaches and it rotates. And everything I designed in the software SolidWorks. I'm a huge fan of SolidWorks. And a lot of my background is in computer-aided design and electrical engineering. So I am a college dropout. So,
well, this is the thing that I like to this is the type of stuff that I like to spread, and the thing that I wish that everybody in high school who's starting to think about careers knew is that yes, there is college, and that is but one way of learning things, and there are many other ways of learning things. Some of them might actually work better for you and cost a lot less.
Yeah, it's definitely been an interesting journey. I had all intentions of finishing school. I didn't type. I had all intentions of finishing school, but I ended up shooting a year-long documentary with MIT that I just wrapped. And I was like, I'm not going back. Are you kidding me? This is way too much fun. But I was filming for a whole year, and they got to see the invention of a lot of my robots and things in it. I think it's coming out next year, but that was really cool. And I was like, I like what I'm doing. I'm very thankful to be able to support myself. I don't pay myself from Team Connection, which is my charity. I fund myself through public speaking, which I do a couple times a month, and balance it out. I learned to say no more, which has been the best feeling ever. I'm like, boom! But yeah, this is the robot right here. It's pretty lightweight. It's such a cool character, I think. I have a unicorn princess one, transparent resin ones. I have a creepy bat one that I made for Halloween. Pink one. A lot of them wear different traditional clothes. They sometimes rock ribbon skirts. We have a powwow princess named Bougie Bernice. We have a lot of different types of robots that the kids have designed and worked with us on. And they speak 5 indigenous languages right now. And we have some really cool artificial intelligence work that we're going to be releasing soon that have been in progress for like half a year now.
Nice. Are you working with any, well, yeah, let's talk about the guts a little bit. Like what kind of processing is in there? And I'm curious if there's any like voice recognition happening as well, or if that's in the future.
Yeah, so our initial circuit and my initial prototype, I wanted to be as simple as possible so that I could really test the feel of the robot physically and how it could work on especially small kids and all that type of thing. So to me, it was very much the consumer experience experience end of things. So the first circuit, super simple, has an Arduino Uno. It plays, it senses motion through the PIR sensor. It reads off a micro SD card, and it just plays in a loop after sensing motion. That's super simple, right? Trigger some lights that I programmed to audio react to the SD card. Super simple, right? In the future, we're rolling out our AI, which has been in testing for a while now. We actually put together a student cohort of kids who love artificial intelligence. We're training them with AI professionals who are native. And so we're rolling this out with them and as their project, and is something they can be proud of and have contributed to. So we're actually compensating all of the students for their time as well.
Nice.
And so that's really exciting and something I'm very proud of. So we're hopeful to roll that out within the next 5 to 6 months or so. And the robot will be even bigger and better than ever. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, absolutely. So how do you, so you've shipped out a whole bunch of these robots. How do people get in touch with you if they're interested in your robots? And also, is it an open source design that other people can make, or yeah, how does that all work?
So I provide the robots for free to Indigenous organizations and tribal colleges, tribal schools, things like that. We do not currently have any of them for sale. They're on a request basis only because we provide them all for free, which is really exciting. I do not have this design as open source, and a lot of people ask me why, and I'm going to explain because I think a lot of the people here are open source advocates, as am I, but I have a very specific reason why this is not. I do have open source robots on my website, by the way, but the reason I didn't make this open source is because a lot of Native students have never seen designs made specifically for them or ever a cultural robot, right? Cultural robots really don't exist, and students have not seen something like this just for them. I'd really hate for them to feel like this is just for them and just to teach our languages, and then to go out and to see the same thing speaking other languages, especially that are non-Indigenous languages, or just as an art piece or something like that. I want it to be special for the students.
Yeah.
For me, I'm like, I can make another robot. I can do that type of thing. I can release the CADs. I've done that before. But I was like, I want to create something special. And that's why I do it this way. And some people will disagree with me. I've seen some people on Twitter actually create riffs of this and create their own version of the robot, which to me bums me out a little bit because of the intention behind the robot. I could never do anything about it because they're not selling it. So I'm like, I can't really pursue that. But yeah, I think it's really important for the kids to know that we created the robot for them. And I designed this with two of my Native mentors. One is a speech language pathologist and the other is a computer aided design expert. And they taught me a lot of what I know now, especially because I did not finish college. And I really encourage everyone here to ask a lot of questions, even if they feel stupid.
Heck yeah. No, I am of the there are no stupid questions.
I think there are, and it's okay.
Well, when you're learning, I don't think there are. When you're a beginner, it's like your questions are from a source of not knowing, right?
That's true.
When you're more experienced and should know better, then there are stupid questions. But
yeah, that's true. That's definitely true. Yeah.
That's cool. That's very cool.
It's exciting.
Awesome. There's also a lot of appreciation for like your reasoning behind not open sourcing them, and like respect for that too in the
I
chat.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
I appreciate that, everyone. Yeah, it's been interesting having conversations with different makers about that, and that is my most commonly asked question: is open source, not open source? If people can take ideas from me, that type of thing. And yeah, it's sometimes hard answering these questions because I know everyone is very excited, and it's their way of showing their support and their way of showing their interest is by making their own version of something. And I totally love and respect that. And I want you to create cool things. Make it of my open source robot, not of the SkoBots, please, though.
Yeah. No, I think that makes a lot of sense and is solid. And yeah, I mean, I think like open source stuff is great, but it's not the only answer, and it's not the answer to every single thing in this world. But
I totally agree.
yeah.